How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlett, and welcome to another rumor video, guys. Today we actually have a set of 3 more rumors to cover. We did a video the other day where we covered 3 rumors in a single video, so we're doing the same thing today because there are a few rumors I want to talk about. One that's a really old one that, if real, could be really interesting, and another one that is just kind of a general Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake rumor, and another one that's similar to that. So let's get right into the actual content. So starting off the whole thing is this rumor coming in here from 4chan, posted on specifically the 14th of August 2017, and what it says here is that Gen 8 games will be Pokemon Sword and Shield, Pokemon Time Diamond, and Space Pearl. Now what's really interesting about this is there is no confirmation really to know for us if this is true. Like, we do not know if this is actually true, and this was genuinely posted on 4chan. And keep in mind, you might think, oh, it's just 4chan, you can never trust anything there. That's true. You should always take everything on 4chan with a grain of salt. But however, we have to also remember that specifically 4chan has brought us legitimate things in the past, like the Ben Affleck leak, as well as the Let's Go Pikachu logo leak, and tons of other stuff that have just been leaked through 4chan before. So we have to keep that in mind before we judge this as fake. But here's what it says though. Gen 8 games will be Pokemon Sword and Shield, which turned out to be true, and then Pokemon Time Diamond and Space Pearl will be, I guess, remakes, and that's going to be the name of the remakes. And what's interesting about these names in particular, specifically Pokemon Time Diamond and Space Pearl, is that these actually make sense, right? When you think about it, right, these actually make straight up sense, because looking at the other names like Pokemon Lustrous Pearl and or Lustrous Diamond, whatever it's called, right, those really strange names that you guys remember hearing from those made up kind of names for what the remakes are going to be called. Those names are too difficult, okay? And what I mean by too difficult is they're too difficult for a general child to remember, and for a general audience member to remember, right? It's much easier to remember something like Omega Ruby, right? Because it's just there. You can hear it, you can hear the sound of it, it's short, it's concise, and you can easily remember how to say it. Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, etc. These are easy names to remember, and you always want to make sure that you can have a recognizable name when it comes to these Pokemon things, or else the audience will struggle to remember the name of it. And these make sense, right? Pokemon Time Diamond, Pokemon Space Pearl. One Pokemon controls time, and the other controls space. So it just makes 100% sense. This seems straight up the perfect names, if I'm gonna be honest. They're simple and to the point, which is what they have to be. So what do you guys think about this rumor? This is just the first one, by the way, but what do you guys think about this one? Let me know in the comment section down below, and let's jump up to the next one. So next rumor is also about Diamond and Pearl, and this one comes to us directly from 4chan as well, saying Diamond and Pearl remake leaks 2021 anonymous, posted on the 9th of May on 2020, which is this year. Of course, this was posted a few days ago. So Diamond and Pearl remakes coming in 2021. They will be announced after the Crown Tundra comes out, which that would be an interesting time to actually announce it, because the Crown Tundra is coming out a bit later, but we'll talk about this later in the video. No DMAX, GMAX, tournament style gyms and league, and wild areas are those as those are exclusive to Galar. Mega Evolution will be back with the starters: Staraptor, Luxray, Floatzel, Weavile, Roserade, Lumineon, Mantine, both forms of Toxtricity, Arcanine, and Ninetales getting Megas. Cynthia will Mega Evolve her Garchomp. These sound actually pretty awesome. I'm gonna be honest, this sounds lit. I mean, I love Megas. I want them to return. The likeliness of them returning though is low, because you never really know with Game Freak, but yeah, you never know. So, Pokemon will follow you, which would be a great feature to return. HMs will not be back. Your bike will have loads of features to replace them. Map is the same as Diamond Pearl Platinum. There will be a post-game episode where you go into the Distortion World to catch Giratina, then go catch Arceus, which has a primal form. The National Dex will be back. Every single feature from Diamond Pearl Platinum will be back. Battle Frontier and Villa from Platinum will be back. You can rematch gym leaders once per day. The challenge in the gyms will be same as in Diamond and Pearl. Red and Blue will be in the game, and you can battle each of them once per day. This sounds like a lot of stuff and unlikely to return. You can also battle your rival there once per day. You will have to transfer the 5 Regis from the Crown Tundra though through Pokemon Home to get Regigigas in the Snow Point Temple. As I said, how the map is the same. All areas and towns and cities will have the same layout. You can catch every legendary, Ultra Beast, and Tapu in the game. All mythical Pokemon events from Platinum will be available. There will be a shiny Gibble. I know Garchomp has a bad shiny, so I don't know why they picked that. Gift if you pre-order it, and Gibble will be holding Garchompamite. I don't know for sure, but there was a talk of Johto post-game, so that might happen. That's all I have right now, but if I get more information, I'll let you know. See, here is the problem where this rumor, like, falters, and that's in the amount of stuff it mentions. Let me be honest, this is too much, okay? This is genuinely too much. Like, it's impossible they'll bring this much stuff into the games. Like, it's just impossible, but I'll talk about this later on in the video. Let's go to the final rumor first. Alright, so the final rumor for this video, here it is, more to come, laid off leaks, posted on the 2nd of May 2020. Here's what it says though, laid off due to the thing happening in the world, F my life, here is the entire game so far. Twin Leaf Town, one new building below where the small lake used to be. Now it's a lake plus river to a new ocean area, but not as big as the 3 lakes. Building is a fishing port. Left of Twin Leaf is a garden area being worked on where you could take your starter and baby Pokemon out. Sand Gem Town, same layout. Rowan has a new assistant. Lucas/Dawn will now be more relevant rival, but still helps out Rowan. Barry bumping into you has an animation now every time. Endgame, Rotom will be running a muck within the lab once you defeat it. Oak will come in and upgrade you with the Rotom Dex. Fair enough. Jubilee Town. Wi-Fi tower area is now battleground connected to the trainer school. Looker now appears after you defeat the Galactic Grunt in the trainer school, which sounds interesting. Orberg City. Mine is now a wild area with Pokemon. Roark has a cutscene with Cranidos destroying some of the giant coal. Floaroma Town. Nothing changes here. Okay, so here's the thing with this rumor. I would want to know, like, where did you work to get this information? Because you clearly couldn't have worked at Game Freak, because they haven't really fired anyone as far as we know in terms of their employee numbers. So you didn't work there, and also if you did work there, I don't think you'd leak like this, like as yourself. Because then everybody, like, you know, who works there would know that you leaked out the information. So that makes no sense. But beyond that, like, did you work as a translator and that's how you know the info? Like, it just seems a little bit inconsistent, and also the information itself seems a little bit all over the place. But those are the rumors though. Now let's just kind of break down from this first rumor until the last one what I think about all of them. So starting off with the first rumor we had, which is of course the one from 2017. Now this one is the most intriguing to me because I've been doing the research trying to find an archive of this post, but it's impossible. I cannot get my hands on an archived post. The only thing I can find is this screenshot, which was provided to me by a viewer who basically just sent this to me, and this was specifically Ali, so shout out to Ali for sending this my way. But yeah, I couldn't find the actual source to this, so we don't know if it's real or fake. I won't call it a leak until, you know, it's proven otherwise, but yeah, it just isn't much we can go on. As for the name though, I do think Time and Space make the most sense. Pokemon, you know, Time Diamond and Space Pearl, and also it makes like a pretty decent kind of like, you know, shortening, right? Pokemon, TD, and then like SP, I guess? Yeah, TDSP, yeah? It just sounds like more smooth than it would be with like Lustrous Pearl and etc. So what I'm trying to say basically is that it's a rumor that kind of makes sense. As for the second rumor though, too much information. That's the problem with the second rumor, right? The second rumor, which says Diamond and Pearl Remakes leaks 2021, this is just too much shit. Like, there's too much here being given away. Oh, we're gonna get megas. Oh, it's gonna be megas for all these Pokemon. Oh, we're gonna get this and that. Oh, the Battle Frontier and Villa from Platinum will be back. Oh, you can rematch gym leaders once per day. It's just too much stuff, okay? And what I mean by, like, I'm not saying, like, I don't want this stuff. I want this stuff, and that's the problem. Game Freak won't give us this stuff. They didn't give us the Battle Frontier in ORAS, and they probably won't give us enough, like, interesting stuff, you know, and, like, interesting little features and things to return within the Diamond and Pearl remakes. They just won't do that. It's Game Freak we're talking about here. They love to avoid adding in features if they can. At least they have been like that since Generation 6. So I find it highly unlikely that this would be the case, that they genuinely would actually return to us, you know, these features. Like, it just doesn't seem likely, which is why I'm saying that this, to me, is what kind of makes this rumor seem hella fake. Like, it just makes it seem super fake, I'm gonna be honest, because it's just unlikely that they would go this far. Like, they just wouldn't do this. It isn't in their MO. They wouldn't do this. So that's why I'm saying this seems unlikely. But I don't know about you guys. What are your thoughts on this one? Do you think it's real, or do you think it's fake? I will say I think it's fake because of just the fact that there's too much stuff being mentioned. As for the final rumor though, again, like, you know, if you work there, or worked at some sort of involvement with Pokemon, why would you say you got laid off due to the current situation? Because they could just look over the list of people that just got fired and then find your name and get you in trouble. It just doesn't make any logical sense to me. Like, why would you oust yourself and put yourself in a situation where you could essentially lose your job? That's what I'm trying to say. It just doesn't seem like logical to me, which is why I think like this is definitely fake as well, because he doesn't really provide any proof or information, you know, that could lead us to believe that it could be real. Now, again, I could be wrong in the future and turns out this guy's information was real, but again, it's not like the information he really provides is much of any sort of like usefulness. It's just minor shit that doesn't really matter much. It doesn't really provide info on like, hey, will the certain features be back? Will we see the post game, you know, etc. Doesn't really provide any of that info, so I would say this one's fake. As for the rumors I've covered here, I think the first one is definitely the one with the most amount of like intrigue to me, right? Because it was posted a long time ago, before we even knew about Sword and Shield, before we even thought about Diamond and Pearl remakes being like, you know, possibly happening very, very soon. You know, this was back in the day, so I'm really wondering if that one could be real. But that's it for the video, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourselves a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.